So now virtual experiences, where this has been one of my favorite things. And so also this whole little presentation, and now we're gonna do a little mini virtual tour, is just, you know, top tip of the iceberg. You could spend so much time on every little piece that I'm talking about. But my favorite part, favorite upside about virtual experiences is time travel. And you're like, what are you talking about? So first of all, what we do virtual tours, what we do is I toggle back and forth between a slide deck like I have here, and then maps. And later I'll talk about other resources too. So I'd mentioned Campus Martius Park earlier. So you can literally, you know, you can click on the pictures. You can literally just go put yourself there, right? So we're like, oh, we're on the street, you know, and we can talk about the Guardian building and Townhouse. And I love the soups here. They have like 30 different kinds of soups at this restaurant. And, you know, you can go down the street and see things. It's so cool. All around the city. Here's Campus Martius Park. You can see the view of the skyline, all these things, right? And then, but this is where the time travel comes in. We go around the corner. We talk about this on our, for example, our art and architecture tour. This is a really cool, innovative project in Detroit called the Z Garage. And you're thinking, what's so innovative about a parking lot or a parking structure? Well, they didn't just build this parking structure. They hired artists from all over the world to paint murals on every single floor of the parking structure. And even in the alley, made the alley between the two of them into an art gallery. And so normally in an in-person tour, when I'm talking about this, sure, it's cool. We can go up to the top of, and you can, you know, and you can do that with pictures here. But what we can do is go back in time. So normally I have to say, imagine this was just a regular surface parking lot with a dirty, stinky, garbage-filled alley, like most alleys are. And what they were able to do with it was build this amazing parking garage with the murals on each floor. And again, we do entire tours where we can just go back, and so much has changed in Detroit in just the last few years. And so another place that is just absolutely amazing about what they have been able to do is some of our historic buildings. So here, we're gonna just skip down the road here to the James Scott Mansion. So the James Scott Mansion was built in 1897, and it's this beautiful building that was recently renovated, $6 million project. Now it's 26 units, and they even have affordable house units. So it starts at like $850, which is amazing. But if you want to see what it used to look like, here we are just back in time, and this is the before picture. And yeah, you can, like, you know, put up a picture and show the before and after. But I think it's something so cool where you can literally just be on the street and see, and you can see the construction taking place and the rebuild. And this is, you know, a great example of never say never, because a lot of people would have said, that's impossible, tear it down. And we have a bunch of stories like this in Detroit, all around the city. And so it's one of the upsides. So Google Street View goes back to 2007. And maybe it doesn't have every single year, but I guarantee you can go back quite a few ways. And over here in our Brush Park area, again, there's, okay, we'll do one more just because it's really fun. So here's the Ransom Gillis house. And if we go back to 2007, look at that. Look at that. This wasn't just, this is relatively recent, mostly funded. And it was actually remodeled as part of a television show with Nicole Curtis called Rehab Addict. And with support from Dan Gilbert, you can see the construction happening. And then boom, this beautiful, now it's 4 different condos. Also, if we go back in 2011 and look around it, you can see, you know, and of course on our tours, we talk about Brush Park and the history, and this was kind of one of the first places the rich and famous moved in the city of Detroit. But you could see there just wasn't a lot of energy, not a lot of stuff going on. And then you start to see a few things starting to happen. And today, they are in the process of building City Modern, which is 400 units of both new construction and some historic infill. So I digress, because again, there's so much to talk about in Detroit. But You see what I mean when I say time travel.